1970s things found in every home. Really looking forward to jumping in this and see what kind of things was found in homes in the 1970s. Obviously, I wasn't even born around this time. So yeah, gonna be super interested to see what we got here. Before we do get into this video, I appreciate if you guys can hit that subscribe button. I'm also...
Hey guys, I got a lot of feedback on the previous reaction video I did of L3WG concerning his Generation X. He's doing one again about things from the 1970s. Really funny guy. You got to check out his videos. It's L3WG Reacts. And again, welcome to my channel and watching my reaction. Here we go.
Posting extra content on my Patreon. Links in the description. But yeah, let's check out what we got with this.
Life in the 1970s was much simpler than it is today.
Okay.
I remember shopping at
Bombarded
Kmart.
with technology that seems to engulf every person we encounter.
True.
Socializing meant going out for a night on the town or even having people over for a gathering.
Oh wow, no way.
If you think back to the 1970s,
Yo, nowadays we just do our gatherings online, man. We just go into like a group and then go on a video game or something.
having people
That's the
over for
sad
a
thing
gathering.
about your generation.
If you think back to the 1970s, there were some distinctive items that you would see in homes, and no
Okay.
one sees these things today.
Right.
So sit
yeah.
back and
Macrame.
let's reminisce together.
Yo, are we gonna see like... My guess what we're gonna see here that we're not that we don't really have anymore is lava lamps. They was really like... I think I had one when I was a kid as well.
They're still around.
Today, beadboard or
might
shiplap
not.
is very popular for interior decorating. But
Okay.
in the 1970s, it was all about wood paneling.
Oh yeah.
It may cover one wall, or it might cover the whole entire room. The
What,
paneling
just
was
wood everywhere?
often made from plywood or
Yeah, you still see wood paneling these days. It's usually like in trailer homes, sometimes some aerial cabins out there. But yeah.
What, like this? Bro, wait, what, like in normal houses it would look like this? This reminds me of like a cabin. What? This would be the look of like a normal house.
pressured fiberboard that was designed to look like real wood.
What?
It usually looked fake, but it went along nicely
That
with
looks
the earthly
nice.
feel that most 70s homes had.
Oh, wow.
If the walls weren't lined with wood paneling, then you would probably
yeah.
see some funky wallpaper.
Okay.
There was an assortment of styles to choose from, but they were mainly sporting geometric shapes and bright contrasting colors.
Yo, you know what? It's actually crazy because like now, most people opt for like plain walls, don't they? You won't really see like,
Yeah.
you will see it every now and again, but you won't see it much.
Textured walls were also something found in homes. They might have been flocked or foiled paper or possibly just textured plaster.
Okay.
But the texture and the colors used in the 70s usually made them irresistible to the touch.
But they look like scratches.
Once you figured out how you wanted the walls to look, it was
Do not tell me you have grass in your homes.
No, it's shag carpet, dude. No.
Yo, this is funky. I kind of like it, but I won't want to stick with it. You know what I mean? Like, I'd kind of like it for like a week.
it's time
Yeah.
to move on to the floors. There's
Yo.
one type of flooring that screams 70s more than any other. It would have to be wall-to-wall shag carpeting.
Okay.
This interior design trend was huge, and it was often
Oh, that's
found
kinda
in
cool.
eye-searing colors like bright orange. Not only was this a huge item to see in homes, it was also a huge item to maintain, from vacuuming to raking it, just so it would look good.
Oh my god, I can imagine all the things that was stuck in that carpet.
Yeah,
Yo,
women's
no
earrings
wonder
would
we
get
don't
lost in
have
it.
No more. Bro, with
Earrings.
kids and stuff and getting food in there, bro, it would be like
yeah.
it'd be like a dustbin on the floor.
Kirby worked
Kitchen and
overtime.
bathroom floors in the 70s had a distinctive style, and they were by no means plain.
Linoleum.
Linoleum was available in lots of bold patterns and colors. Most households loved them because they were durable and easy to clean up. Some
Not
of the
bad.
patterns that could be seen during the time featured geometric shapes, while others took their inspiration from nature.
I actually
Wait,
had
what do you
that
mean
design in
from
my house.
nature? What do you mean from nature?
Fireplaces were another staple of 70s homes. Usually
looks
they
warm.
were made of rough rock or stones that would take up the whole wall.
Oh yeah,
They really
absolutely.
had that look that you would see in a hunting lodge or cabin, and they certainly made a statement.
Yo, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, right now, it's like I'm looking at a cabin. This is a normal, regular home in the 1970s?
Oh,
Bro,
probably.
mad.
If you didn't see stone, then it was also common to see exposed brick.
Okay.
This
Oh,
could be
that's
around
nice.
the fireplace or just a plain wall of it. It was almost like people wanted that warehouse feel where they were living.
Right.
Yeah.
You also see these brick walls with angled ceilings.
Yo,
Looks like the
some
Brady
people
Bunch.
still like the warehouse feel.
In the 1970s, socializing with neighbors, family, and friends was very popular.
Albums
Yes,
on
guys,
the
If you go to
beanbag.
the living room, then they probably
I know,
had a
it's
seat
sad.
on your floral sofa.
Hey,
These
Grandma.
were also big, bright, and bold. They may have had daisies or sunflowers on them, and what says nature more than sitting in a field of flowers?
On a sofa. Flowery sofa.
Dude, that was
Man,
common in the
listen,
70s. So were
1970s is
Paisleys.
literally the definition of funky.
A lot of
It is
color, too.
funky, bro. Just bright colors, bam, bam, bam. Like, bro.
But back in the day, they wrapped it in plastic.
If the couch
Oh,
wasn't
wow.
their style, then they would probably pick the chair that was solid colored.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seemed like almost everyone had the Harvest Gold one, but yet you could
Oh, yeah.
also see
I remember that
avocado
one.
green or persimmon orange.
Funky
And
colors.
who could forget the round ottomans that were also in the same popular colors of the time?
What is
There's
that?
the plastic. It's wrapped in
Beanbag
plastic.
chairs
Home
were
pad.
very popular in the
Oh, yeah.
70s.
Ooh,
They could
yeah.
be seen in living rooms, family rooms, or basements.
You know what? I've been wanting to get some bean bags. I don't know why I'm not allowed to get any. Because they probably would know that I'll just always be sat on them and they'll always be in a way.
I don't know why you couldn't not have bean bags. I mean, I'm guessing maybe you live at your mom still, but yeah, I mean, if those things did tear up and you get those little pellets here, I think they're little plastic pellets, maybe a little styrofoam pellets, but yeah, I would make a big mess.
But I was like, yo, let's get some bean bags in the living room. And I'm not allowed. You know what I mean? Like, what? Bean bags are so cool.
Once you got in them, you were there to stay because they were so comfy. But these lovable beanbag chairs certainly made a mess when they split open.
Yeah, they look like the kind of material that would split easily. No?
They
But
could.
then again, like,
As a
I don't
kid,
know
when
how
you
bean
run
bags
and
made today.
jump
They
on
made
it,
with like an extra layer or something, just in case they split. Or if they split, is it going everywhere? Because that is
it's
a
going
mess.
everywhere.
TVs are a common sight in the living rooms of today, but in the 1970s, they were a staple in the decorating.
Mad.
They weren't flat
Yes.
and hung on the wall like today.
Wow.
These were basically wooden pieces of furniture that your living room was arranged around.
$749? And
Yes.
That's back in the 1970s, so that would be like more now, right? That would be like 1,000 or something.
And most houses only had one TV
What?
with 3 or
With
4
that
channels.
TV?
Yeah, it was a
Not
furniture.
only were these good for watching your favorite television shows, but
Man.
they
I think
also
we had that
plenty of
exact
room
model
on
right
top
there.
for knickknacks and family photos.
Yep.
Okay.
Speaking of
crazy.
televisions, TV trays were very popular.
TV
They were
trays.
perfect for your home cooked
Yes.
meal or TV
You could
dinner
eat.
while you watched
Like
your
that's
favorite
Ronald
show.
Reagan.
Okay, cool.
After all, you couldn't miss it. There were no VCRs or DVRs back then.
What?
Yeah. We had to watch TV
Something else
live,
that
buddy.
you might see in living room.
Oh, yeah, you can't pause or play. Like, if you need a toilet, you gotta wait. Oh, 1970s is a crazy time, bro.
These were crocheted blankets. These were often made from scratchy wool, so they weren't
Funky.
the best for covering up while
Yeah.
watching your favorite movie.
Okay.
They worked.
Usually they could be found on the back of the couch or on the ottoman.
My mom
Your
always made
grandmother
those.
made these, or maybe mom picked up a new hobby during the winter while watching
Yeah.
television.
Fair enough.
These crocheted blankets had all of the colors and the patterns of the time period which we loved.
Oh, wow.
You can't hardly mention the 70s and
man.
not talk about macrame.
Huh?
This
Way
was
old
not
school.
only in every home, but it was also all over the house.
Macra
You
what?
could see these as potted plant holders or various other wall hangings,
Macrame.
and especially owls. Pottery
Oh.
also
I don't know what I feel like is this whatever macrame is. It's like I think it's the kind of material, right? Because it's different objects, different things. Kind of cool looking.
and especially owls. Pottery also seemed to be a staple in
Yeah,
every
oh yeah.
home, and
Right.
it really went along with the earthly theme that houses had.
Yeah,
These
I
may-
can't lie. Your houses in the 1970s seemed very warm, funky looking. It's just different, bro. Just very,
yeah.
very, very, very different.
It been
That's
from
the
someone
70s,
in the house
flashy.
picking up a new hobby, or from the rise of ceramic artists in the decade.
Like, look at this, bro. It's got flowers and pans all over. Nowadays,
does.
it would just be plain. Like, people just opt for plain and simple. So do I, to be fair. But, like, You guys gotta let me know in the comment section. Is this true? Like, did you guys have this in the 1970s? And you also gotta let me know any other things that you had in the 1970s in your house that don't come up in this video, because it'd be super interesting.
Everything was
not
colorful.
uncommon to see ceramic lamps, vases, and more.
Okay.
True.
Don't even know what they are.
Fringe was all over the place in the 70s.
What's
Yeah,
that?
It was on vests, and it was even a hairstyle, but it could also be found in
Eh.
many homes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, the fringe hairstyle came from this?
I don't know. I remember
Not
Bo
on the
Derek
top of a
running.
doorway, but it was also frequently found on the top of curtains or on the bottom of
Oh,
lampshades.
it's a kind of like,
Apparently,
okay.
people in the 1970s just enjoyed cleaning more things.
Oh,
They probably had more
okay, I
time.
see what it is.
There are several things that could be found in rec rooms that were unique to the 1970s.
Wait, you actually had pods?
I remember these.
Yo, why don't we have them now? They look sick.
Whether you want to call them pod chairs, egg
No.
chairs, ball chairs, or globe chairs, these seats were actually quite cozy.
You actually
I
had
actually
You
this?
could even had one in your
Yeah.
bedroom.
I actually sat in
Wait,
one.
wait, wait, is that a thing?
In
Why don't we
France
have them
a
no
couple
more? They
months
look
ago.
cool.
Lights were usually somewhere to be found near these chairs.
have-
Fiber optic lights.
These weird
Fiber
little
optic
lamps
lights.
with colored filaments that glowed lit up the room, and
Yeah.
everyone thought they were cool.
Oh yeah.
Without them, the room would have been
Rub
much
your hands
more
through
gloomy
'em.
than they already were.
They are cool. They are.
Yeah, you rub your hands.
Chrome
through.
was
Oh,
on
beautiful.
every car in the 1970s, but it also found its way into the home. Chrome accents could be found on kitchen chair legs,
What?
coffee tables, appliances, and even lamps. A little bit of shine was perfectly fine.
Okay,
Look at those
okay.
colors.
Fair enough.
Pyrex dishes are still available today, but they are really just plain and clear when compared to the 70s.
Right.
Back then, you were proud to display your casserole dish or mixing bowl on the table.
I've noticed that 1970s, you like your colors, you like your warmness, you like your flowers and your patterns. That's what the 1970s
Yeah.
is. Just very, very, just funky. You know what I mean?
Paisleys
No
and
kitchen
colors.
Not
seemed
plain.
complete without the glass pennant lights that were above the table.
The one
These
Yeah, I remember
outrageously huge globes were super popular in the 1970s,
Yeah, what if you
and
hit your head?
especially so if they were orange.
Hey, it happens.
Of course.
Vinyl
There you
tablecloths
go.
were
Colors,
used for
flowers.
kitchen and dining room tables. They made cleanup a breeze, and they really helped to protect the wood table that you had.
I ain't gonna lie. Okay, listen. The rest I can get down with, but this, bro, this will give me a headache. After looking at this sheet for so long, this is just so much is going on here.
Clean up a breeze, and they really helped to protect the wood table that you had.
Right.
Now these seem to be reserved for picnic tables outside.
Yep, true.
If you really wanted to impress while entertaining guests, then you brought out the fondue pots.
The what
Everyone
parts?
thought these were the greatest until someone dropped the cheese in their lap or on the shag carpet.
That's still
Hopefully, you
popular
just had them
today.
Stay over the vinyl tablecloth.
Huh?
We still do that
What, like
sometimes.
you pick food out of the pot?
Long before
Yeah,
we
you
had
boil it?
Keurigs, people had massive coffee makers that made a whole pot of coffee, and these were in every kitchen.
Okay.
There were several different brands, but Mr. Coffee seemed to be one of the most popular ones.
I still have one of these. It's just a newer model. I mean, I'm going to use Folgers instead of paying $5 for a latte, grande latte, whatever at Starbucks.
I need a coffee machine.
Here for another pot of coffee?
I keep having to buy my carton of coffee.
You're wasting
right?
your money.
I
Wasting
need
your
a
money,
coffee
buddy.
machine. It'll make life so easy.
Yes, you do.
If you were in a house with a second floor, then you probably had floating stairs.
The Brady
They
Bunch.
looked a little dangerous, but they were certainly a focal point in the home designs of the 1970s.
Brady
Wait,
Bunch
If you
second
had
don't get me
floor, then
wrong.
You probably had
They look cool, but how are they not dangerous?
Of course
If
they are
the kid
dangerous.
is running up them, what, they trip? Fall
We
through?
didn't care back in those days.
Yo, this is, bro.
That's how we grew up
what?
tough. That's how we grew up tough.
This is like a trip hazard.
floating stairs. They looked a little
What?
dangerous, but they were certainly a focal point in the home designs of the 1970s.
looked great.
Mad.
During the
Oh, wicker
1970s,
chairs.
with
Yo, you gotta let me know. Did anyone have any accidents on those stairs? I
Oh, yeah.
guarantee that people watching this have tripped up on them. I guarantee.
Nothing major
it.
though.
hand furniture found its way into the homes from the patio. If you didn't
What's
have
that?
a peacock chair in your
A
living
wicker
room,
chair.
then
Chair?
I'm sure you knew someone who did.
My grandma would love that.
Phones
chair.
in the 70s were meant
yeah.
to last, and they actually had some weight to them.
Okay.
They couldn't do what cell phones can do now, but they definitely served their
What?
purpose, which was for talking.
walk around the house.
They just for
in
talking.
1970s, you have to literally take like the phone machine and go around with a massive wire. Yo,
Or you have a
what?
long cord.
Actually, I haven't seen
Just pull it.
mentioned, but this happened in my house, and I guarantee. Wait, never mind. It wouldn't happen in 1970s because I'm gonna sound really dumb here, but you guys didn't have like. Did you have computers?
No,
You didn't have proper built computers.
not at home.
I'm not. Okay, this sounds really dumb.
Colleges
I'm not too
did.
Sure when like the computers started like
Vacuum
entering
tube
homes.
computers.
But what I'm saying is these phones are the reasons to when I was a kid, my internet would cut out, bro, because I'd be on the computer, right? I'd be on the computer, and then the phone will ring, 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 and then my internet is gone.
Yeah, and that was the early
It
90s.
was just
20
cut
years.
out.
20 years
Yo,
from the
I need to
70s.
find out when like the first computers was like entering homes now, because I feel so
Personal
dumb.
computers. Late 80s, early
I
90s.
promise I'm not that stupid. I might be. I don't know. But...
Phones became available in 1963, but since they were made to last, you probably still had rotary phones in your home.
Okay.
If you did have a push-button phone in the 70s, then you were certainly embracing
Yo,
the
that's
future.
cool.
Alarm clocks were a necessary item to have
Oh, yeah.
in the 1970s,
Right.
and people were starting to have fancy ones.
Grew up these.
Remember the alarm
You guys
clocks
use your
with
phone
sporty
nowadays,
numbers
but
that flipped?
Yo, I never had an alarm clock ever.
because you use your
I know,
cell phone.
crazy, you know? I bet there's so many people watching this videos like, wow, you never had an alarm clock? Because it was probably such like a common thing back then.
They made
Yes,
a
it
cool
was.
clicking sound and came in the ever-popular
Yeah,
fake
this
wood
model
veneer
did.
or some bright 70s colors.
Wait, would they click throughout the whole night? So like,
Not really, very lightly. Very
until
lightly.
like it goes off? But that'd be annoying. Then again, it would just be like a fan like background sound, wouldn't it?
The kitchen appliances of today come in white, black, or stainless steel. But
Where's
in
all
the
the color
70s,
green?
We had different options like
What's that?
yellow
Oh.
or green.
Of course.
These
There it is.
appliances are long gone now, but probably not because they
Not
broke
ser-
down.
No,
By
they
the 80s,
lasted
people just
forever.
wanted these colors completely gone.
Right. They are very, very like...
Taking vacations in
Out
the
there.
70s was a big deal, and many of these moments were captured on Super 8 film or placed on
Yeah.
slides.
Cool.
Family or neighbors would then come over, and they would all gather around for the big show.
Oh, wow.
You certainly don't see these projectors or screens
Nah.
anymore. Home
That's
stereo
a cool idea to like have a big deal on a vacation. You get all these photos and you get everyone around and like you look at them. I actually did that before when I was younger. I think with my nonna and granddad, and they would come round and they would show pictures like when they went on holiday and stuff. But yeah, that don't happen now. You just post on like Instagram or whatever and they'll just see it there.
Stereos were also a common sight in living rooms. The receiver might have been placed on
Wait, what
home
was that?
stereo projectors or screens anymore. Home stereos were also a common sight in living rooms.
Okay.
The receiver might have been placed on top of the television, or it might have had its own piece of furniture to hold it up, and the record player.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Stereo cabinets were the
Massive.
preferred way to go because they could hold all
70s
of your
porno
records
star.
and the coveted 8 tracks.
Yo.
The speakers were often found on the floor on each side of the stereo cabinet or the television. Of course, the speakers and the components were often covered in the faux wood grain of the time.
Of course.
Since we just mentioned records,
He's
and
cleaning
8
that
tracks,
record
let's
right
talk
there.
about 'em. Vinyl records peaked in the 1970s when the concept albums
Eagles!
like Eagles Hotels California came out. The design covers of albums is something that seems to be a lost art.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I've never had a record, but they are really cool, and I do like them. You know, like with the covers and stuff, they are cool, and I know that people still get them now, mainly because like the covers and stuff, but yeah, they're actually really cool things, I ain't gonna lie.
Surprisingly, records seem to be coming back, but one thing that doesn't
Yeah,
seem to be coming
I'm
back
not surprised.
is 8 tracks. At the time, everyone wanted an 8-track player in the home and in the
What?
car.
What's
They were
that?
easy to stow away, but it was annoying how your song could be cut off as it went to the next track.
Huh?
There's
Colonial
multiple
furniture
tracks.
made a comeback in the 70s, and perhaps this was due
Yeah.
to the bicentennial.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless, many homes had these pieces of furniture adorning their living rooms, bedrooms, and other areas.
Yo, do you know what's crazy? You know, with like fashion and stuff, things are coming back in that. So like,
In a way.
this could potentially actually come back now, or like in the future.
Maybe.
I hope you
Bright
enjoyed
colours and
this
stuff.
little walk through the 1970s.
Yeah, this is
The
cool.
decade
I
had
like
a
this.
style of its own, and it really was a great decade to experience.
Funky, man.
What are some of the
Funky.
things that you remember in your home?
Yeah, yo, you guys definitely gotta let me know, because I know a lot of you guys grew up around the 1970s.
All right, guys, thanks for sharing that with me, going down memory lane. It's kind of interesting to see his reaction being a millennial and how these things that I'm watching on this video remind me of my childhood. Again, thanks for coming to my channel and enjoying this with me at some of you projects. Hey, have a good one.